John, just make sure that the door says that it's an open session, not closed.
Yes,
It does.
and I'll open it again. They're just chatting with Erica.
Yeah. No, thanks for doing that for the background noise. That's great.
We are live, Madam Chair.
Wonderful. Thank you. Welcome everyone to the Corporation of the Township of Bonnechere Valley Regular Council meeting. It is Tuesday, March 5th, 2024, and it is 5:30 p.m. We are meeting in council and by Zoom, and I am calling this meeting to order. At this time, I have a resolution dated this 5th day of March 2024 that the agenda be accepted as presented or amended. Does anybody have any additions?
No.
Seeing none, I will ask for a mover and seconder, please. Moved by Brent, seconded by John. All in favor? Excellent. Is there any pecuniary interest or the general nature thereof? I see none. As we gather this afternoon, we acknowledge on behalf of this council and our community that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history, and we are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. And at this time, I have a resolution dated this 5th day of March 2024 that the minutes of the regular council meeting held on February 20th, 2024, as amended or presented be hereby adopted. May I have a mover and seconder to get it on the floor, please? Moved by Tracy, second by Brent. Were there any errors or omissions? I see none. All in favor? Thank you. We have no delegates this afternoon. Reports have been filed. At this time, I have a resolution dated this 5th day of March 2024. Whereas direction has been given to staff, now be it resolved that the correspondence be filed. May I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by John, seconded by Brent. Anything further on correspondence? All in favor? All right. I have a resolution dated this 5th day of March 2024 that, sorry, I just wanted to make sure they were in the right order here. Drinking water, yes. That the Eganville Drinking Water System 2023 annual report be accepted as presented. May I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Brent, seconded by, don't be shy,
It was Tracy.
Tracy, all in favor? And I have a resolution dated this 5th day of March 2024 that the Eganville Sewage System 2023 performance report be accepted as presented. May I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by John, seconded by Brent. Anything further? All in favor? All right. I have a resolution dated this 5th day of March 2024. Whereas the provincial policy statement, section 1.6.6.2, states that municipal sewage services and municipal water services are the preferred form of servicing for settlement areas to support protection of the environment and minimize potential risks to human health and safety, and the intensification and redevelopment within these settlement areas should be promoted. And whereas the PBS, section 2.2.1F, states that planning authorities shall protect, improve, or restore the quality and quantity of water by implementing the necessary restrictions on development and site alteration to protect all drinking supplies and designated vulnerable areas, and protect, improve, or restore vulnerable surface and groundwater, sensitive surface water features, and sensitive groundwater features, and their hydrological functions. And whereas the PBS section 2.2.1 H and I states that there is consideration of environmental lake capacity as well as stormwater management practices. And whereas the Ministry of the Environment Protection and Conservation Procedural Guideline B-1-5 Policy 2 provision states that water quality, which presently does not meet the provincial water quality objectives, shall not be further degraded, and all practical measures shall be undertaken to upgrade the water quality to the objectives And whereas in 2014, the Township of Whitewater Region authorized JP2G Consultants Inc. to undertake a municipal class environmental assessment for the purpose of evaluating viable options to upgrade the 1979 Cobden wastewater plant. This plant did not meet guidelines for the effluent flow into Muskrat Lake and Cobden wetland, being highly sensitive at capacity inland lake and provincial significant wetland, and acknowledged as one of the most eutrophic in the province. The plant had ongoing seasonal overflow events and was operating at maximum capacity. And whereas in 2018, the Council of Township of Whitewater Region approved the construction of a new parallel mechanical system that would meet all provincial environmental and regulatory requirements, including accommodating future growth, federal and provincial contributions only covered 50% of the final construction costs. And there was no ability to renegotiate with the federal and provincial partners once real costs were known. As a result, the balance of the costs, $6 million, was debentured over 30 years at interest rates that are slightly punitive to rural and small urban municipalities. And whereas rural and small urban municipalities experience very limited growth, as federal and provincial policies heavily supported growth in urban centers, as there are no other sources of available operational funding, rural and small urban municipalities are expected to fund the construction and operation of these state-of-the-art systems from existing property owners and nominal forecasted growth. And whereas water and wastewater rates are rapidly increasing and significant upgrades in short periods of time are making rates unaffordable, even with an increased number of users. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Council of the Township of Bonnechere Valley advocate to the provincial and federal levels of government to make them aware that rural and small urban water and wastewater systems are financially unsustainable, and urge the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, the Rural Ontario Municipal Association, and the Federation of Canadian Municipalities to examine if the unaffordability of water and wastewater system operational cost is systemic provincially and nationally, and that a copy of this resolution be circulated to the Honorable Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario, the Honorable Kinga Surma, Minister of Infrastructure, the Honorable Dominic LeBlanc, Minister of Intergovernmental Affairs, Infrastructure and Communities, the Honorable Paul Calandra, Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, the Honorable Andrea Kajan, Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks for Ontario, Cheryl Gallant, MP Renfrew Nipissing Pembroke, John Yakubuski, MPP Renfrew Nipissing Pembroke, and Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks, AMO, Roma, and FCM. I don't know. I'll ask for a mover and seconder to get it on the floor. Moved by John, seconded by Brent. There's just one error. It's the Rural Ontario Municipal Association, not municipalities.
Yeah.
So before so an amendment, but I'll go back and read the whole thing again and then we can vote. Anything on that resolution? All in favor? I thought somebody might actually take me up on that. I have a resolution dated this 5th day of March, 2024. Whereas bylaw 2013-017 being a bylaw to establish and regulate a fire department for the corporation of the Township of Bonnechere Valley. And whereas apparatus and equipment are directly tied to the delivery of fire protection services authorized by council in bylaw 2013-017, and a safe, reliable, and diverse fleet is required to serve operational needs. And whereas fire apparatus is governed by industry best practices, the application of law is and recognized industry partners, including the Ontario Fire Service Section 21 Guidance Notes, National Fire Protection Association Standards, the Occupational Health and Safety Act, and Fire Underwriters Survey. And whereas Fire Underwriters Survey is a provider of data, underwriting, risk management, and legal regulatory services focusing on community fire protection and fire prevention systems in Canada. establishing apparatuses replacement schedules based on safety and risk management mitigation practices. And whereas no provincial funding is available for new trucks, smaller rural municipalities must meet the same standards set by FUS as larger municipalities for fire equipment, including additional pressure to move fire trucks out when they reach a specific age, even though they can still meet safety regulations. Therefore, be it resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Township of Bonnechere Valley direct the mayor to draft a letter to FUS requesting an extension of the lifespan of fire apparatus, specifically pertaining to the replacement of fire trucks due to insurance requirements and the creation of a new community fire protection and fire prevention insurance system that does not put all municipalities under the same umbrella, with distinct categories for rural and urban municipalities. And furthermore, that a copy of the letter and this resolution be sent to Premier Doug Ford, the Honorable Dave Piccini, Minister of Labor, Immigration, Training and Skills Development, Paul Calandra, Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing. And finally, that this resolution be shared with the Federation of Canadian Municipalities, the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, and the Eastern Ontario Wardens Caucus. May I have a mover and seconder to get it on the floor, please? Moved by Brent, seconded by Don't Be Tracy. There is one error in paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Municipal, there's an extra E on the word for, just for when we send it out.
And it should also say, whereas bylaw 2013-017 is a bylaw to establish, the two beings should be removed. Sorry about that.
You are correct, madam.
Thank you.
All right, well, two friendly amendments. Anything on that resolution? All in favor? Okay, now we're getting to the short bylaws. There's no closed session this afternoon. I have a resolution dated this 5th day of March 2024 that bylaw 2024-010, being a bylaw to adopt asset retirement obligation policy, be read a first time, be deemed read a second time, be deemed read a third time and passed. Could I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by John, seconded by Brent. All in favor? Excellent. I have a resolution dated this 5th day of March 2024 that bylaw 2024-011, being a bylaw to adopt a vehicle use and safety policy, be read a first time, be deemed read a second time, be deemed read a third time and passed. Can I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Brent, seconded by Tracy. All in favor? Because these were ones that we already sussed out. I have a resolution, just in case somebody might be watching and wondering why I'm not asking. A resolution dated this 5th day of March 2024 that bylaw 2024-012, being a bylaw to authorize the execution of a lease for Spring Creek, maybe for Spring Creek Yard.
Okay.
Yeah. Be read a first time, be deemed read a second time, be deemed read a third time and passed. May I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by John, second by Brent. Anything further on the lease? All in favor? Spring Creek Yard is okay, right, Annette?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
lease is attached to the bylaw, so it's clear what we're doing.
Yeah, just, I have a resolution dated this 5th day of March 2024 that bylaw 2024-013, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council, be read a first time, be deemed read a second time, be deemed read a third time and passed. May I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Tracy, seconded by Brent. All in favor? And finally, everybody's favorite resolution dated this 5th day of March 2024 that the council meeting be adjourned at 5:44 p.m. May I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Tracy, seconded by John. All in favor? We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody. That was a great day. Have a great evening.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye.